When I need some good kosher food, there's only 3 words I need to know. Feed me, Bubbe.
Today's part of our Passover series is mocha nut squares. Can be used for dessert or for snacks, and it's pareve. Let's begin. The first thing I have to do is melt my chocolates. And you see, I have to break off these 2 right here. That'll give me my 2 ounces. Break it in smaller pieces. And I have a microwave type jar and have it melted, and I have to have it cooled off. So this is why I'm doing the very first thing. And I'm going to put it in my microwave for about 5 seconds.
And now it's time for my favorite part of the show, the Yiddish word of the day. Bubbe, what's today's Yiddish word?
I'm Zadeie, Grandpa, the production assistant.
And that's the Yiddish word of the day, Zadeie, meaning grandpa.
Bubbe, what's going on right now?
Well, Zadeie helps us a lot behind the scenes, and no one has had a chance to meet him in the videos. And I thought it would be very fitting for them to find out that Zadeie is here behind the scenes. No one has a chance. And being that it's going to be Pesach, it's perfect time. Let them see who our assistant is.
So the Yiddish word of the day would be then...
Zadeie, meaning grandpa. Bubbe and Zadeie.
Oh, there we go.
Grandma and grandpa.
And we want to actually thank Zadeie for all the work that he's given here on the show. I don't think everybody realizes the amount of work that takes place just to put a single production together. And Zadeie's always there going and making sure the phone's off the hook, checking out the lights, making sure everything looks good before we even roll the tape. So thank you, Zadeie, so much for that.
And Bubbe and Zadeie and Avram want to wish you all a healthy and happy Passover.
Happy Passover
Passover to everybody.
We'll be right back. Want to see your name at the beginning of a Feed Me Bubbe episode? Then make a donation today. It's simple. All you do is go to donate.feedmebubbe.com and we'll dedicate an episode to you at the beginning of one of our future episodes. This dedication doesn't have to be for you. You could always donate it to someone else, maybe for a simcha, a celebration, for a birthday, or even for a memorial. Just let us know about it. And the price, well, the price is up to you. Thank you so much to the fans for keeping us on the air and your continued support.
You know, a microwave might take a little longer, and if you have a flat dish, the chocolate will melt faster. You'll have to be your judge, but it has to melt. My chocolate is melted, and I have to mix it with the vegetable oil. And mix it thoroughly so that it's thoroughly mixed. Take just a minute. And after it's mixed, make sure it's cool before we add it to the other ingredients. And next is we have to grease the pan, and I have a little bit of vegetable oil here, and make sure it's well greased, because you know, after all, it's cake mel and matzo. We want to make sure that it comes out easily. And the next thing is we have to sift the matzo mel, because you know, Passover, everything is that you don't use baking powder, or like, so we have to have air in whatever we make it. So we have, by sifting it, we add air to it. There's the matzo mel, the cake mel, and the coffee. And then the salt. And we mix it all together. And the coffee grinds, it may not, just a little bit with your hand, doesn't have to be exact, but at least we've gotten air into the cake flour. And our next step is we have to beat the sugar and the eggs together. My sugar and 2 eggs. And remember what I told you? We always open 1 egg at a time in a separate dish to make sure that they're clean and everything is perfect. And now we're ready to assemble our mocha bar squares. I'm going to go over to my mixer now and beat my eggs. First, I'm going to beat the eggs and the sugar on high speed until they're nice and creamy. And the second step is to blend in carefully the chocolate and the oil mixture. Blend it in slowly. And the last step for the mix is carefully blend in your cake melt and coffee mixture. I've mixed everything for my mocha squares, and now I'm going to put it in my 9x9 pan. Just take your time and get it mixed in thoroughly. It's a pretty thick mixture, but it's cake melt. It's matzah ground up very fine. It isn't the ordinary flour. Smooth out the mix so that it's smooth, and now it's ready for the nuts. I like to use chopped walnuts and spread it over generously over the top. And now it's ready to put in the oven at 325 preheated oven. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes, and the recipe can be doubled in a 9x13 pan very easily. I've taken out my squares, and you have to cut them when they're warm to make it easier to cut. And on a 9x9 you can get 16 squares very easily. It's ideal. Oh, and I have to tell you that there are many of our previous videos which can also be used for Passover. For example, the chicken soup, the matzo ball episode 8, 9, and 10. And then we have simmes, but simmes you have to be a little careful. You can't use the cornstarch. Use potato starch, or don't you use any starch at all. But the taste and the flavors will still be there. And of course, fruit salad number 17, which is ideal for this time of year, specifically at Passover. And cold borscht number 18. And salmon 25 is good for a dairy meal. And you have brisket number 23, which is ideal. Let me see, did I miss any? I think I have the previous videos, plus the videos in a Passover series. Hope and enjoy. Have a healthy and happy Passover. Let us know what you made and how well it came out. Es Gesundheit.
Hi, I just got onto your website, which I saw on the news the other night. I think it's fantastic. I love chopped liver. I live in California, and I can't get great chopped livers. And keep up the good work. Bye.
This podcast is part of the Blueberry Network, where listeners and podcasters come together.
Blueberry.com